Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh. In this video we are going to discuss a brief outline of the letter written by Balwant Singh Rajoana on the 24th of February 2013, and we're going to cover the main points which he wanted to get across to all the people. Fundamentally, this letter was regarding the so-called politicians in India, in Punjab, claiming to be Panthik, claiming to be working for Khalistan, and he has, Rajoana, has given the truth about these so-called leaders which are in Punjab, and he's exposed them and brought the truth about them in main light. And in this letter he starts off with Simranjit Singh Mann and his party and all the propaganda Simranjit Singh Mann and his activists have been doing against him in the Western countries and in India. And he basically saying that Mann is nothing more than a proxy leader. Nothing more than a proxy leader, basically to cover the Khalistani front. Nothing. He has no real credibility, he has no real meaning. He's only there for the families to cover up for the Khalistani issues. He's just a puppet proxy. He has no meaning to him. Even when he was elected, the whole thing was a charade. It was designed to downgrade the entire movement by putting a puppet, a proxy like Mann, Simranjit Singh Mann, in the parliament, and creating a nonsense issue of the Kirpan, and he wanted to take the 3-foot Kirpan in the parliament and all the entire nonsense surrounding it. And Balwant Singh is clear on this issue that this whole thing was designed to attack the movement and its ideological roots of self-sufficiency, because Guru Nanak's idea of self-sufficiency and the Kirpan are interlinked, and by doing that, Simranjit Singh Mann deliberately attacked both the idea of Khalistan and the Kirpan. And then Rajoana goes on and says that Simranjit Singh Mann is not a Khalistani. He has nothing to do with Khalistan. He deliberately loses elections to downgrade the Khalistani movement and the movement for basic human rights and the fight against tyranny. And that is the role assigned by the Brahmin regime to Simranjit Singh Mann, and he's been following that from day one. He is not loyal to Sikhism, he's not loyal to Panth, he's not loyal to anything. He's just a proxy, and he has no real meaning. He is a fraud, and Balwant Singh Rajoana has nothing, no affiliation whatsoever, either with him or any religious or political groups who are associated with Mann. And then he goes and says about the similar kind of organizations like Mandal, Akali Dal Panch Pradhani, and all of these federations and all of this nonsense. And he clearly states that these organizations are not Khalistani. They have nothing to do with Khalistan. They deliberately use the Khalistan issue, Khalistan, to downgrade the right of people of independence, and they deliberately downgrade it every time in elections by deliberately losing elections, by getting themselves arrested. And then he went on to how Mann has been historically been a burden and been been a negative to the Khalistani movement from beginning till today. And he spoke about the Radha Swami issue, how the Radha Swamis destroyed Gurdwara, and there was a legitimate agitation by the people of that area against Radha Swamis, and when the signal was given by the Indian government and these bomb and fascist regime to Maan, he got in front of that movement and destroyed that movement from the front, as he usually does. And after that, Mr. Simranjit Singh Maan bended over in front of Radha Swami Guru, licked his boot and took the so-called baptism or naam, or whatever you like to call it, and claimed all over in the media that Radha Swamis have joined the mainstream or Sikhism. And only a week before that, he was claiming to boycott the Akal Takht. And Rajoana is saying, what kind of credibility a person like that can have, and what kind of direction can a idiot like this lead a Sikh nation? These are the things we have to think about. And he reiterates that he does not support these idiots and these so-called movements, these so-called stupid movements, baseless movements, which movements have no meaning. These movements are just for self-glorification of some people, either be in India or in anywhere else. These movements are designed, and there's always an agenda behind them. Therefore, he does not affiliate, Balwant Singh Rajoana does not affiliate himself to Akali Dal Amritsar, Panch Pradhani federations and all this nonsense anywhere. He makes it very clear. And he's saying that these all people, these all organizations and the religious groups affiliated to them are basically are working with the government to the detriment of the Khalistani movement. These are proxy groups which the Indian intelligence have created to destroy the Khalistani movement. And he goes on that we must learn the truth and attach ourselves to the truth to forward the Khalistani movement. Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru.